How's it going, everyone? Jailboy, Baroness, how are you doing? Just enjoying a nice, what is it, Wednesday? Enjoying a nice Wednesday. You're doing good? That's good. What time is it for you, Baroness? Seems like it's a bit early. Alright, let's just gonna knock out some. Oh look, I have a Relic Misa now. Nice. Nice. This is the first time I've used her now that she's at Relics. You're doing good as well, thanks. Nice. Alright, let's just throw it on auto. So, pretty good chance tomorrow I'm going to lose my Grand Arena. As always. I dream of one day having an account where I'm like, I have a decent shot. You know, 50. I would like a 50-50 chance, you know. Comparable stuff in my account to what they have would be pretty nice, but you know. Sometimes it just is what it is. It is what it is. But it should be good. So I got a DM today from someone who was just like, usually I don't get DMs from people just saying like thanks, but yeah, today I got a DM from someone just saying like thanks. Which I'm not big on like the DMs, but it was pretty nice for someone to take time out of their day to thank me. Just I guess because I helped them with their mods. They showed me their difference in their mod scores, which was substantial. So 1.5 million GP. Yeah, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. You know, but as I get more, how are you liking those Night Sisters, Baroness? I did see a video today where they really are something ridiculous. Like they're just absolutely cracked out. So, and you have the good Datacron, right? How many rolls of offense did you get on your Datacron? It seems like they're pretty ridiculous. I don't think I've ever ran this second event with actually Ewoks before. Usually, I don't know. I switch over to like a GL or something, but you got 5 minutes in one loss. I don't know what 5 minutes means. Yeah, but this yeah, this 3v3, I don't know. I would love Leia. So Leia with that good support cron is really strong now that all the other Datacrons are dusted. Because before it was like, she was really lackluster. But now all the good stuff is gone. 5 wins and 1 loss. Oh, you're talking about, usually people encapsulate the entirety of the rounds. So you don't see very many people saying like, oh, I got my last 2 weeks. Usually they talk about like a whole month if the season's over. They're like, oh, I went 5 and 4 or whatever it is. 6 and 3, 7 and 2, 9 and 0. For those who really, I have had a 9 and 0 run before. It was very nice, very nice. It was actually the last Grand Arena I played before I started streaming. I went 9 and 0. And then I went like 7 and 2 or 2 and 7 or something like that. After that, it was pretty rough. And that's when I started streaming. Yep. Alright. So I am going to try to do... Sounds satisfying? It was okay. It was whatever. It was a long time ago. It was like 9 months ago, right? How long I've been streaming. Not a big deal. So I am going to do roster reviews today. So I have a premium review I have to do. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'll jump into my my premium review. Let's see if I can get some luck running this. It's pretty reliable all the way up until the final battle, and it just depends on luck with Nihilus. So I've had it where I've lost, and I've had it where I was able to get a win. Nihilus is pretty thick, and he just like he takes a lot of turns, even if I daze him or everything. How much are premium reviews? Donations over $5, Jawboy. Alright. So I don't like doing these manually. So hopefully by next month, I should have Marin up and running. And then I'm going to make a guide on this. So this month, I'm hoping to make an assault battle guide on... This month, I'll do an assault battle guide on the bros. So the Poncho Bros. After I finish the Poncho Bros, I'll go ahead and do an assault battle guide on Night Sisters for 3-starring CT3. I'm going to try at Gear 12 for Marin. I'll try my best, guys. We'll see how it goes. And if I'm able to do that, then I'll publish that. If I can't finish it with Gear 12, which seems pretty hard, then I will go ahead and do it at like Relic 3 maybe for Marin and see how it is at that point. So, but I do hope to give her 2 Zetas and then just hope for the best from there. So, but this is challenge tier 2. So Phoenix can do challenge tier 2. Gear 11 is not enough because like 100% you can't do Gear 11. But this isn't challenge tier 1 or 2. It's challenge tier 3, Jailboy. So I don't know if you have challenge tier 3 done with this, but challenge tier 3 is very difficult. So, and that's what I'm talking about, not like the easier ones. I'm talking about challenge tier 3. So we'll see how it goes. Oh, come on, guys. I don't remember the number, like the 4th phase or whatever being that difficult, but I'm talking about a lower gear one. Challenge tier 3 for Night Sisters is still difficult even with Marin, and 100% you bare minimum gear 12 because you need the Zeta, and the Zeta doesn't unlock until you are at until she's at gear 12. Yeah, I don't know where you're getting this from, Jailboy, but oh man. Okay. Excellent. Just right off the bat. Yeah, I don't know where you're getting that from, Jailboy, but you can do it at much lower ones. I'll try this once more. If it doesn't work this time, I'll just go straight into the roster reviews. But yeah, I don't know where you're getting that from, those numbers from, Jailboy. Do you... I don't know where your Night Sisters are. Do you have Night Sisters done? Okay. Yeah, so... you do for higher tiers. 100%. Even for tier 1, yeah, I would say yes. Even for challenge tier 1, yes, you do. It's not an easy assault battle, guys. So I haven't done challenge tier 1. I did challenge tier 1 with Night Sisters at 3 stars, but I did not use Marin. But Marin is... Hey, Sauber. Marin's very difficult. Alright. With Marin, like, challenge tier 3 is doable. But we'll see. I've seen people do it at low gear, like low gear. So I don't know how hard it's gonna be. So we'll see. But yeah, you do 100%. You need the Zetas. Hey Daniel. Hey Dr. Snuggles. You did? So yeah, that's I'm hoping to do the guide with Marin at Relic 3, but it really does depend on where I'm at, because at gear 12, if I have the gear for her to take her to Relics, I'm gonna take her to Relics because I want her at Relics. But yeah. Me Marin. The Omicron doesn't matter for assault battles. The Omicron is only for Grand Arenas. Yeah, but the Omicron doesn't matter. Yeah, I don't know. He said he did it with the Omicron. It was like the Omicron isn't activated here. So we'll jump into. I hate how much time. This is why I hate doing these things manually. It's because they take forever. I mean, I don't know if you can. I know I didn't use Marin for challenge tier 1, but challenge tier 1 is pretty difficult. So none of these are like a walk in the park. So I didn't remod for this at all either. So we'll see how it goes. Alright. It's nice that I get some turns here. He's pretty chunky. Chunky boy. I hate how much turn. Same thing like with Nihilist. Like these dudes are just so crazy fast that they just like start taking tons of turns. There you go. Running out of juice. Juicy. Alright. Yeah, but I don't know what the minimum is for these, but I've seen people do them with very, very minimal amounts of investment. Especially Night Sisters. Hey, Eli. Yeah, so as far as the mod workshop, so that's only going to be like one person a week, maybe, because it's not I'm not going to do it live. It's just I'm going to record a video with someone. So maybe in the future I'll do it live. I don't know. But and at the time, I don't want to do them like in a live setting, just because I don't know what they are, and it takes time for everyone to get set up. They can auto CT3 with low gear. Yeah, but you gotta get her to relic, or you have to get her to gear 7. But that's a good idea, because that Night Sisters, the Night Sister, the Great Mother, that does make this a lot easier. So that makes sense. I could see that being possible. So I'm sure with the Great Mother, this is very, very easy. So they have a lot of survivability. So even without the no revives, I'm sure it's good. Yeah, let me know, Baroness. This is the assault battle? Yeah, this is an assault battle. Let's do that. Let's do this. See how this goes. And and he's dead. Alright, and also he gains the stats for that too. And Chopper was like the most important person, other than Rex of course, but out of all those that would have gone, I would not have wanted Chopper to go. And now he's messing with my cooldowns. This is not very good. Alright. Let's get you dead. I do want to do this to you. But I'm pretty sure this is gonna... Yeah, this is a fail. 100%. I think maybe if like Chopper could have survived for a little longer to help me with my cooldowns. But now I'm just getting wrecked. Once he loses his protection, he goes down like super quick. But I don't know. Yeah, this is done. I'll do this again later. Alright, let's start doing some roster reviews. Bae would not destroy this because she is ineligible. Alright, so I do have a premium roster review to do. That's Punk Falcon. So let's get that going. I'll do that later. And my rewards. 637, 535, 727. Yeah, it's unfortunate that Bae is just like the worst farm in the game. She's a cool character, but just unfortunate. Alright, so let's do 23. It would be nice if she was better. All right, so we have the Punk Falcon, the real First Order 65. Interesting. So they looks like a pretty new account because they have looks like a gas bundle because they're doing really well with fleets with the Marauder. They have Padme here as their main team. So it looks like a gas bundle. 3.8 million GP, 2 in characters, 1.6 in ships. About 9 months played. So they said, I mostly like help figuring out what to finish first or a little bit of pathing advice. Right now I'm farming Marauder crew to stay afloat in my fleet, Shard, as well as working towards Executor with SOKR, Finalizer, background farms, just got Grievous and Wampa to relics. Unlock gas this week. Alright. So I'll say this. Your farm towards Executor looks almost done. So that should be your, that as a first farm is really good. Let's look at your fleets are, like, for 9 months, your fleets are still kind of in shambles. So you're going to have to double farm this IG 2000. So I would do that. Continue working on your relics towards Executor. It looks like your Galactic Republic is fine, even with this amount of investment. What is this gear? Gear 11. I would say you don't have to put more into the Marauder. You're fine right now. You can farm these shards for the Y-Wing to make that workable, but your Executor farm, or your Negotiator farm right now is fine. Once you're done with the Executor, if you wanted to finish off these guys, the Bad Batch, and get them to relics, that'd be good, but you don't even have the stars. So I would say leave your Bad Batch where they are for right now. Push all the way into the Executor. The Executor is then going to be your fleet main farm. After that, I would say I wouldn't push specifically for SOKR in the Finalizer, because there's going, oh, you already have a good amount of stuff here for it though, because there's going to be a bundle for it. You know what I mean? Or maybe you already bought the bundle and that's why you're pushing towards it. Let's look at the First Order. Okay. You didn't buy the bundle. Looks like you're farming, but you already have a good ways into it. So yeah, that, like, totally fine. For not for this guy, but for everyone else, if you buy bundles, don't farm Rey and SOKR, because you can get a Lightspeed bundle. Like, they do come by fairly often. I think in like November, December timeframe, we're going to get these Finalizer, Executor, Rey, Radis bundles, and then, you know, this guy's efforts are going to be kind of wasted, but you're already putting in effort towards it. So full on into the Leviathan or the Executor. Then if you want to slow down a little bit on the Finalizer, just in case you can just buy the pack, then I would say you could build some side things as far as R5 after like full on Executor, get Bam and Beskar Mando and Cad Bane into relics, then relic up Dark Trooper to relic 5, and then spend some time getting your Jedi bros up and running, the Master Qui-Gon, Padawan, Obi-Wan, get them to R7. If by the time you have finished that, like your Executor, Bam, Cad Bane to relics, then Master Qui-Gon, Padawan, Obi-Wan, and if you're ready by that point, then you can, and the bundle hasn't come by, like it's past the November year, the what do you call it, the anniversary date for the game, then continue finishing your Executor farm. Or you can just continue finishing your Executor farm, or I'm sorry, your SOKR farm anyways. So because you're not that far from it, you're pretty close actually. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So honestly, I would probably just still wait for the bundle. Yeah, if I were you, I would just I would relic up Kylo Ren. I would relic up on both the Kylo Rens to relic 7, and then I would wait for the bundle for the rest of these, and I would just farm something else, like I said. So Imperial Troopers, or Executor into Imperial Troopers. And then you can go Jedi Bros, and then you can work on your CLS, or you can finish your Bad Batch Marauder as well. Just take them up to relics. You don't have to farm Lord Vader, but having relic Bad Batch would be really good for your account too. And then once the final, if it's past December and it's starting to be January and the finalizer bundle doesn't come around again, then continue on with your SOKR. But in the meantime, while you're waiting, I would start working on CLS Rebels, get that team up and running. Once you're done with CLS Rebels, start working towards Jedi Knight Luke. And then once Jedi Knight Luke is done, work on Jabba. Whenever the Lightspeed bundles come back, then finish your SOKR, Rey, or whatever those Lightspeed bundles are. As far as gas, I would not prioritize gas until you're farming either Ahsoka or until you're farming Lord Vader, is what I would do for these. And I know it seems like annoying because you're close to SOKR, but you could just pay $10 and be finished with the farm. So I would just get the 2 Kylos to R7, finish your Executor, and then wait for the bundle to come for you to finish the rest, is what I would recommend. And then just continue on with the rest of your stuff. Dark Trooper, CLS Rebel, or Dark Trooper, Jedi Bros to R7, CLS Rebels all the way to R3, then go into Jedi Knight Luke, into Jabba. And then once those bundles come back, work on those, is what I would do. I would continue working on your ships, so Executor needs to be your priority. Also finish that Y-Wing, finish the TIE Echelon, go towards the Separatist, so farm the Hyena Bomber and the Vulture Droid. So after you get your Executor up and running, then you start putting your prestige into this Malevolence and the ship credits. Once you're done with that, you can start working on the Chimera. You should have the Chimera unlocked by now because you have Han's Millennium Falcon at 7 stars. You should be close, or if not, have the ability to unlock the Chimera. So I would unlock that, and then you can work on your Empire fleet or your Finalizer fleet, whatever one. But priority Executor, Negotiator, then Malevolence, then probably Chimera, then Finalizer, then you can go Home One or whatever else. So that's what I would recommend. As far as fleets, let's look at your mods. So 322, not all relics, not all 6 dots. By the time you have your... So I would get his leadership up too. So don't ignore the leadership. You're going to need it for the ship. So once you have his ship, I would give him the Zeta for suborbital strike. And then I would completely upgrade his Zealous Commander. And then I would get him all 6 dot mods. So not a lot of mod depth, which is fine. You've only been playing for 9 months. Just make sure you're not completely ignoring them. Otherwise, that's what I would recommend. Let's look at one thing. So don't ignore Traya, Savage, and Nihilus. So farm these 3 up. They're very inexpensive. You can just farm them as a side farms. Gear 12 at all 3 of them. Give the Zetas and Omicrons to Darth Traya and Savage. And then Nihilus doesn't need any Zetas, and that's a fully functional team right there just with the 3 of them. So that's what I would recommend. Even if you wanted to side farm Savage to Relic 5, it's really fast, and I would say Savage and Wampa as solos are really, really powerful, especially in the early game. So the sooner you can get Traya, Nihilus, Savage up and running, the better. So whenever you want to fit them in, whenever you have time, just make sure you're putting effort into some Traya, Nihilus, Savage. Even all Gear 12, all 3 of them, you can put them on defense, you can take them on offense. They're once you have both those Omicrons, really, really strong team. And that's what I would recommend for you. So good early count, good job focusing on fleets. Getting good fleet income is going to be really strong finish off that Executor, start working on those assault battles, wait for the Lightspeed bundles for SOKR. Once SOKR is done, once you buy that bundle, finish SOKR, and then continue on towards the path of Imperial Troopers, Jedi Bros, CLS Rebels, Jedi Knight Luke, Jabba is what I would recommend. And then after that, you can go JML, you can go Profundity, you can go Leia, you can go anything you want actually at that point. So that's what I would recommend. Good job with your account. Good progress after 9 months. Just remember, you continue working your side farms for ships. Don't ever ignore them. At least 2 hard nodes is what I'd recommend. Not really, John Smith. In 3s he can, but not in 5s. In 3s he can with a DACA Zombie. So if you have DACA Zombie, you can go SOKR DACA Zombie, and then that can beat JMK. But if you don't have DACA Zombie, then no, not in 3s. And then in 5s, no, you can't. Even with Plo and Ethkron, in 5s, no. Like, no, SOKR is not beating JMK. Yeah. So. In 3s, yes, though. Just not in 5s. Alright, so that was my one premium review. Let me jump into and do Hey Aussie Mike, how are you doing? What's up, man? Wheels? Yeah, we can do the wheel. The wheel. I do have to update it though real quick, so let me do that. In the meantime, we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. Let's see. I am excited to finish these assault battles though, because I want to finish the Night Sisters one. I'm not gonna wait for the the 3 sisters, the Great Mothers. That's too much for me, because I'm gonna have to slow farm them. I'm not gonna have them for probably, I don't know, 6 months from now or something is when I'll have them. But I'll do it with Marin. No problem on that one. Alright, who's the last person I added? Pluto? Yeah, whatever. It'll be fine. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Alright, I'm gonna give it a spin. So, John Smith with the Alexrg, congratulations. With the most unique name I've ever heard. The 530 box is not more profitable. So, it's the shards. The biggest thing for conquest is the shards. So you want the shards. Everything else is just like extra. No one cares about all this stuff in here. It's very negligible for the boxes. It really doesn't matter. It's not that big of a deal. The biggest thing people want a higher higher box is they want more shards, is what they want. Like more shards of Ezra Bridger and Luthen. So having the having the difference between 5th box and 6th box is getting, if you buy passes or buy shards, then it's the difference of getting it the 5th month compared to the 6th. But that's the big difference. And then same thing with getting Red Crate, you get access to being able to unlock Ezra after 3 months. So it's just the time it takes to unlock the Conquest character. Alright, Alexrg, let's see what he had to say. I don't know when he requested, probably a while ago actually. Did he? Somewhere in the middle. I don't know. I know he's here a lot. More often than not. Alright, this alt account is from 2009. Had a 2-year break. Almost all assault battles with challenge tier 1. Working on Levy. And then I'll probably start rushing GLs like Leia Jabba C. Totally free to play except 2 Lightspeed bundles that I won in giveaways. So if a Lightspeed bundle has touched your account, it is no longer free to play. So it's not totally free to play if you have 2 Lightspeed bundles, even if you won them in giveaways. Is there something else I should do after I finish Leviathan and Zepho teams? My shard is practically dead, so I'm able to be top 20 without playing at all, but have to climb top 11 to 15. So again, like top 20 isn't good. You want top 5. So not overall, it's an alt, so not the biggest of deals, but not free to play. Top 20 is not good. That's not completely dead. Alright, so 5.2 million GP. Let's get a timestamp on this. Alexrg. Alright, so 3 million in characters, 2 in ships. So I really do wish they had a Afra Lightspeed bundle, because that way people could get her and it would be very minimal impact in the game. Just because she's so isolated. There's just like... Alright, so 2 years and some change played on this. So you have JML as your 1 GL. Very weird account. JML and Jedi Knight Cal Kestis. So obviously you're going to take Jedi Knight Cal Kestis to R7 with Seer for Zepho, right? I think that was the big thing. Which is a good thing to do for an alt. So if you have an alt, having them help you unlock Zepho. So you're going to have to take Seer to R7. Seer to R7 and then Jedi Knight Cal Kestis to R7. I would recommend even R3 Cal Kestis. R3 Cal Kestis for Starkiller. It really does elevate the team. So, and then you can shove them on you can put them on the, once you get your Ufus done, then you can put him with the Ufus. But I do think that would be a good thing to do. Starkiller really gets elevated with that, with Baby Cow. So I don't like the JML as the 1 GL. Really slow too. Mods aren't great. So you do have 164k, no potency, low speed. So not a big fan of this. So you need better mods on JML. These are just like way too slow. So this one, and this one. And then I know you have a defensive set, but he needs potency too. It doesn't have to be a potency set, but he needs secondaries for potency. I do like that you have Radis, so the Profundity and Executor. That's good, I guess. Man, these ships are atrocious. Atrocious. Man, these are really bad. I don't know how you could have such bad ships and have 2 GL ships. This is the worst I've seen as far as outside of the requirements for Executor and Profundity are all like 1 star. Boromir. So, Boromir, do I want to review your roster? I'm very indifferent about reviewing your roster, to be completely honest. Thanks for this first time chat. So, as far as roster reviews, you can submit in my Discord to get a free roster review. So it's not so much as a line as there's 80 some people who have requested, and I spin the wheel, so this wheel, and you have a chance of landing on the wheel. So that's the process. So again, I'm indifferent about it. You can submit if you want. It's not like I'm care too much who it is. So, but that's how you get a free roster review. If you donate more than $5 in the donation link, then it is you do get a premium review, and you get that pretty much the same day that you donate, unless it's off. Unless I'm not streaming live, then I'll just do it as soon as I can. But yeah, that's the process. So yeah, you're more than welcome to submit though. So man, you need to fix your ships. Like, this is for 2 years. At 2 years, you could have almost all the ships fleets in the game. Pretty close actually. So you're just like complete lack of farming of any Galactic Republic, even Gear 12. Even Gear 12 Galactic Republic would be good, but this is just like 2 to 3 months waiting time. I don't know how long. It's just random, Malcasel. Some people have got it right away. It's just random. It could be longer. It could be shorter. It's just luck, right? But yeah, that's just the way it is. Did you see your review, Malcasel? I think you did not leave a review. Did you? Yeah. Not sure if you saw it. You did not leave a testimonial, so I don't know if you watched it. Did you see it, Malcasel? It was a few days ago. This one. Went through puberty for there a second. Yeah, but on the 9th, I gave you a review. Yeah, right here. See? Oh, you're over here saying you got your review. Don't even notice. I should go delete that video. It's a race. Can I delete it faster than you can go watch it? The disrespect. I like at you and everything. But yeah, it's random. So, but either way, your fleets though are horrible. Start like even as an alternate account. Even as an alternate account, this is really bad. I don't even care that you have Executor and Profundity with how bad your Malevolence, Chimera. Man, this is bad. The Negotiator, none of it is you have working. Like, you need 6 fleets, you have 2. It's not good. It's not good. And you only have 1 GL. You have Afra, Starkiller. I'm not a big fan of the Afra, to be completely honest. No hate on Afra. It's just she's really isolated. But again, like, if this is a side farm account, then it's a side farm. You need Java. Like, you can farm. You said you're farming Leviathan. I don't see that. I don't recommend it, to be completely honest with you. Like, I recommend you finish all the other fleets that you have. Do you have Malgus? You don't even have Malgus. So yeah, I wouldn't recommend Leviathan. I would recommend you fix all your fleets, farm Jabba, get more assault battles in here. You have challenge tier 1, but you can do more. So I would recommend you do the Jedi Bros, fix your fleets as far as your side fleets, your Galactic Republic fleets. Farm Jabba is what I would do for this account. Mods are okay. Yeah, but I don't really like, even as a side farm, I don't like what you're doing here personally. So I would fix your fleets, get Jabba in your count as fast as possible, start working some more assault battles. I see you have Jedi. What else do you have here? It's good that you're doing Zepho. So Zepho's good. I don't think you need Leviathan. I would say finish your other get fleets, finish your Chimera, and then you can go Leviathan, or even like at least get your get fleets and your as side farms, get your fleets ready. I don't like that account. I don't like it. Hey Combined Land, happy to help with that video. So I did make that video a while ago, but it didn't get much traction. Maybe because Conquest was easier, but I thought with these feats where people were having so much trouble with it, and I didn't see anyone recreating what I made already, so I remade it again. So happy it helped you out. Underscore, it's level 60, I believe, is when you unlock your fleet shard. Is it 60? Pretty sure it's like level 60 or something like that is when you unlock Fleet Arena. Yeah. Not a big fan of that, Alexrg, of that account. I would just like fix all the holes in your account. I'm not a fan. The big thing is like I'm not a fan of their first GL. I'm not a fan of how little investment they put in their fleets outside of the GL fleets. So I would say they need a defensive GL. I think they like going for Zepho is good, but there's a lot that needs to be worked on that account. Not a fan. Not a fan. All right, so yeah, that one was not good. Not good at all. Hey MHH, how are you doing? All right. More fleets? Yeah. I do think they need some more fleets. I don't know underscore. So to be completely honest, you might be in a fleet shard right now. Because what do you mean the prerequisites? Hey, thanks, Maglore C. Yeah, I'll if you just post your ally code again in chat, and then I'll get to your review right now. But hey, Emil, how's it going? I would say it's like level 60. So level 60 is when you do it, when you get it. So you're probably already in a fleet shard. You may not just have access to it. So you're probably just wasting your time. Yeah, so when a player reaches level 60, they get assigned to a fleet shard. So just because you haven't done the requisite quest to get access to that fleet arena doesn't mean you're not already in it. You just don't have access to it. Yeah, but level 60 you get assigned to a level 60 is when you get assigned to it. So you're already assigned to your fleet shard. You just have to start participating in it. All right, Maglor C. Thanks for the donation. We will, yeah, no problem. So I would start engaging in it. All right, so Maglor C with the Rogue Immortal. 10.3 million GP. So Maglor C, do you want to, I always offer this to those in chat when they get the review. Did you want to jump and chat with me so we can talk about your review? You don't have to, you can just tell me in chat what you're looking for. But if you would like to, we can chat on Discord, on voice, so that we can talk through your review. Yeah, MHH, it does take a while to get all the fleets. So I was at like 2 years and some change when because right now I have all every single ship at 7 stars, except for the comeuppance is at 6 stars. But I'm just not farming that because it's a Cantina farm. But it did take some time to put some effort into it. Hey Alf, how's it going? Heart from, I don't know what flag, is that France? Yeah, no problem, Maglor C. So if you want sometime, you can always submit for a mod, like my mod series. Because believe it or not a lot of people submitted for that series. So, oh nice. This week is the Smugglers Run too. So how many people did I have submit? But I already chose who I'm doing for this weekend, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 people submitted for it. I will say this, the person I chose for it was the one person who told me what he wanted to do. Because I said like, hey, let me know what you want to do for your mod so I know if it's like actually worth doing. So the one person who told me what he wanted to do for mods is the one person I chose. So like if you don't let me know, I can't choose you because I don't know what you want to do as far as the mod workshop. So something to think about in the future. Maybe I'll do it once a week or every other week. I don't know. I'll see how the first video turns out and then we'll go from there. But Maglor C, what help would you like for your review? Did you want a what about the guy who just sent a screenshot of their ally code? Yeah, 100%. I wasn't going to choose that guy. But, you know, I would just, a little bit of description of what you want to do will go a long way because I need to know what you like because it's a very open up series. Like, you want help with your mods? I'm here to help you. So I just want to know like what help you want to do so I know if it's like worth spending the time to actually do it. But if someone's like, I don't know anything about mods, like help me out, like maybe, like I don't know, it just depends on how I feel. But I would like them to at least let me know what I'm getting into before we go, because I don't want to waste my time, you know, or their time, because I have to like coordinate everything. But Maglor C, let me know what you would like for your review. If you just are looking for a general review, I'll just give you a general review. But I just want to know if there's anything specific that you wanted me to look out before I start doing this. Or I guess I'll start and then you can just let me know. All right, so lack of speed. Well, have you watched my mod guides? So Maglor C, Rogue Immortal, 10.3 million GP, 6.2 in characters, 4 million in ships, 24,000 galactic war battles. You have a lot of time played, dude. You have a substantial amount of time, almost 6 years. Not quite, probably like 5.5, but still a good amount of time. You have decent fleets. So you have the Executor, you have the Profundity. You're ignoring your Leviathan. So you do need to work. So, because the amount of time you have played, there's no reason. I can understand not having the Executor fleets, but all this stuff is just energy. So there's no reason why you shouldn't have all these fleets farmed, like all your ships. So farm all your ships. There's like, at the amount of time you have played, there's no reason for you not to have all your ships farmed. There's only like 67 ships in the game, and even though they takes a little bit of time to farm, like just farm them, because your TIE Echelon is lackluster, your Raven's Claw is lackluster, your Sith ships aren't good, and at this point, like a 6-star comeuppance I can understand, but like Emperor Shuttle's a good ship. You want all these ships. There's only so few ships in the game. You want them all. All right, so you do have a good amount of GLs. You have 7, so that's good. R9 Bane is good. You have Cal Kestis, which is good. You have extra relics on your Bush and Chrysanthemum, which I like. Yeah, I don't know how you guys do that, to be honest. Whenever I don't know something about a game I play, it like bothers me. I have to learn. Like I just have to, like, just engaging, especially you've been playing this for a very long time. R7 Malik, man, you don't see that very often. All right, so are you going towards the new stuff? Are you farming the 1 GL you're missing? Or are you working towards Leviathan? Like, what's your current goal? So I will say this. Do you have Lord Vader? All right, so you're missing Lord Vader. So do you not have the Bad Batch? Yeah, you don't have the Bad Batch. Okay, never mind. Never mind. Bo-Katan. Okay. Yeah, Bo-Katan's fine. All your extra energy, put into ships, dude. Like, farm all your ships. Farm all of them. I'm pretty sure this is a fleet farm. This is a fleet farm. I don't know. What are you doing with your fleet energy that you don't have these farmed? Either way, farm all your ships, like all of them. You should be like, yeah, Bo-Katan is a good farm. Go for Bo-Katan, but there's no reason not to have, like, because Mandalore is really good, so getting access to that, helping out with that, even if your guild has access, like Bo-Katan's really good. So yeah, that's an excellent farm. These aren't accelerated yet, so you have time to farm some other things too in the meantime. Let's see. Yeah, there's nothing here that I'm like, is like really speaking out to me on things you should farm. But yeah, like go ahead, farm Bo-Katan, start working towards Leviathan, because I think, so you're focusing too hard. I don't understand what you're farming, because there's only so many shards in the game, right? And then honestly, before Bo-Katan, I would get your Padawan Obi-Wan Master Qui-Gon to R9. Just R9 these two, then go for Bo-Katan once you have the shards ready, because you don't even have the shards for Mandalore, or you don't even have the shards. The shards are unaccelerated. So farm Padawan Obi-Wan, farm Master Qui-Gon, take them to R9. Do you even have Quadme? You don't have Quad May. So yeah, unlock Queen Amidala, but nuts. So, but take both these guys to Relic 9. So you don't have to have one for Gear 12 because there's only so much stuff in the game. But ideally, you should be at the point where if you were properly farming, every single one of your hard nodes should be done except for the ones that just started. So I think you're not farming enough shards. So you need to farm your shards. Make sure you're like, the ships should have been done a while. And your characters should be done by now, which just tells me that you're not putting enough effort into shard farming. So, and yeah, like farming is an onion, like farming to Gear 12. So yeah, there are multi-layers towards farming, and I don't like to say 3 layers. I like to say that you should have your main farm that you're putting all your like bottleneck, wherever your bottleneck is, that's where you put all your resources in. Then you have another farm as a side farm that doesn't require your bottlenecks. Usually for people it's like signal data and zetas, and then they're not bottleneck is up to Gear 12 for non-Kyrotech characters. And then shards, you just balance shard farming as best you can. So, and you're close to end game. So you're close to farming everything. So just farm all the hard shards. Like, not having Bad Batch farmed is crazy. Not having your ships farmed, nuts. So finish all your shards, every single one. Fleet energy is used for all the Gear 12 to 13. Fleet energy should only be, oh man. So you use Mark II to farm your pieces. Have you seen my amazing guys, Maglor C? So if you go here, I don't know, I think you're just like really inefficient with your farming. So if you look at my amazing guides here, so my amazing guides will have the way to use your currencies so that you can farm Gear 12 to 13. So I'll write here, so how to farm relics, how to use your TB currencies, and how to use your raid currencies are here. So this raid currency is how you farm Gear 12 to 13 pieces. I have that's even the slowest. I accelerate left, like that's how you farm all your right side pieces, all your left side pieces. Like these guides will explain all that to you of how to like use your currencies so that you're not using fleet currency for that. Like, first and foremost, use all your fleet currencies for the shards. Farm all your shards. I'll go back into your account. But the only thing I spend fleet currency on is I only farm this node right here, is the fusion furnaces, and then I turn these furnaces into Relic 9 pieces, and I also use it because it's the most common Gear 12 plus piece in the game, and then I use the rest for Relic 9 pieces. And then it also has decent pieces here that can turn into like one's for bronzium wiring, one's from chromium transistors, and the other is for CCBs. So this is a good node to farm for carbonite circuit boards, for bronzium wiring, and chromium transistors are negligible, it doesn't matter. So watch those guides, learn how to farm efficiently, farm all your shards first, and then farm gear. So your energy, normal energy, should go into this node, 7B for Kyrotech, and then your fleet energy should go into this node for fusion furnaces. And then you use your currencies that I like. Those guides will explain on how to farm everything else in the game, pretty much. And that's going to help you out the most as far as like your gear. But farm your shards, farm all your shards. Let's start looking at your mods though. So farm your shards. I would say farm the Jedi Bros, then Bo-Katan Mandalore, and then you can go for something new, Leviathan, whatever you want. But farm all the shards, and then whenever you're ready for your next farm, just farm them. Whether like Bad Batch would be a good one if you wanted to get that up and running. Once you get the Bad Batch up and running, you'll want Plo Koon running. You should get your Marin up and running too, so that you can do challenge tier 3 for Night Sisters. Like it's a good team. There's no reason not to do it, but your priority should be the Jedi Bros, and then Bo-Katan Mandalore, and then from there you can go whatever you want. Leviathan, Balin Skull, GL Ahsoka, whatever. So it's up to you. All right, so I have 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Shout out to the Wolf. What's up, my dude? How are you doing? You waking up in the morning? A little bit of a wake and getting ready for work. Cantina fleets? What do you mean, like Cantina farms? So it just depends. Like Cantina farms, you farm whenever you need that team. So you don't farm a Cantina node until it's your main farm. So, and it depends, like MHH. It just depends on where you are in the game, on what you do. So yeah, but those you don't farm until it's like your main farm. So you can side farm everything else, but as far as like Cantina nodes, you save those until you're actually farming that's your main farm, and then you farm it, because you don't want to slow down your signal data, because signal data is like a big bottleneck. So farm all the hard nodes for your shards. Don't farm Cantina farms until it's your main farm. All right, so let's look at your mods. So a little slow on SOKR. The stats overall are good, just a little slow. Yeah, the same with me, Wolf. Mine's at 6 stars. It's my only 6-star ship, so that's the only one that's there. Just I don't see a purpose of farming it to 7 stars. Alright, JMK. Your JMK mods are good. I do like a crit damage triangle here, not offense. So I would change this to an offense for JMK. So I would change the offense to a crit damage triangle. Yeah, this is okay. Your Ray's good. A little slow on the Leia, but she's fine. I don't like this. I don't like this. So JML should have a speed set. Like, speed is important for him. So it's going to be hard for you to like rip whatever mods you need to. But I like 550 speed. Like 15k protection is okay, but the reason you have 15k is because you have a lackluster diamond and you have a lackluster square. So this square and diamond should be around 10%, as high as you can get. 10% should be like close to the minimum of what you should have for a good square and diamond for JML. Everything else is okay. You need to keep the 2 best ones that have the most speed and potency on it. But like, you need a speed set, and I'll tell you this, a lot of times if JML can go first before whatever you're fighting, JMK, Leia, Lord Vader, even, it's really hard to outspeed a SOKR, but you want to go out first and you want to start controlling whatever you're fighting, whether it's ability blocks or like messing with their cooldowns. And when you have a slow JML, you can't, and that could really mess up, especially the Lord Vader counter, because Lord Vader goes first, he like frenzies Maul, Maul starts like going crazy, Lord Vader gets his ult really fast, and then, you know, Lord Vader will get a second ult, and then has the potential to just like out ramp you. So I would say don't do that. Not the best mods. This is really slow. So if you can give him real mods, not these like horrible mods, these garbage mods. So take these mods and give them to like Barris. If you have Barris, these are good Barris mods. Barris doesn't care about speed. She just needs like health. The tenacity is like whatever. It's a lot of tenacity. But I don't know, Daka maybe, you know, like if she has lackluster, if she doesn't have good mods, Sortie maybe, I don't know, like Barris. But like these three need to go. This isn't the best. I think you could do better. But I would keep the square and the diamond here, because those are good, and then try to find replacements for these four as soon as you can. Alright, so your fastest non-GL, 358, that's not horrible. 341, so speeds are dropping kind of quick. 332, whew. 330, holding strong there. 328, okay. 315. 307, okay. 301. So you have a lot of mid mods here. So your mods aren't the worst, honestly. This is bad. This is bad. You want like crit damage, crit chance for 8th brother. Like Night Sisters are good. You want to give them like decent mods. So like at least give them the right sets. You know what I mean? At least the right sets. 301. That's really slow for Radis. Alright, but not horrible. Like your mods aren't the worst I've ever seen. Your GL mods, some of them are really good, some of them are really bad. You're really a mixed bag here as far as your mods. So some good, some bad. Overall, like I think you would do well for a remod. So I think your account needs a remod. There's not like the mods aren't bad in your account. It doesn't seem like they're horrible, but you're someone who like would really benefit from a remod. Something to think about. Yeah, and then like once you get all your characters, I do like Relic 7 for my good characters. So Maul would like a Relic 7. Third Sister would like a Relic 7. Aiden would like Relic 5. Even at least Relic 7 Darth Malgus. So your relics are a little weird. You have some Relic 1s, which I don't hate, because they're pretty much like free, and there's still stuff you have to do, but there's some stuff I would like to see. But your priority should be Padawan Obi-Wan, Master Kenobi. I would take Marin up to relics, give her Zeta and Omicron. Yeah, I would do that. Yeah, so Starkiller would be a good R7 too. So that's what I would recommend. Get those guys up and running, get Marin up and running. Start working, and then you can go Bo-Katan Mandalore. And then you can fix all your fleets. Side farm. And then you can go into Leviathan, or you can go into more. Yeah, it would be hard, Maglor C, but you know, it's what probably would benefit your account the most is a remod, just to reprioritize your mod, get them working. Plo and Marin, that's good. So I would say don't. I see you equip some gear on Plo and like these guys. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't recommend this. So these left side pieces are still valuable. So wait until you can like fully upgrade the character before doing that, so you don't waste gear. But otherwise, I shouldn't have to tell you that, because you're almost running out of stuff to relic. But you know, like it's not a good habit. Don't waste your Zetas either. You've been playing for a while, but you know, Zetas are still a premium. Yeah, but that's what I would recommend for your account, dude. But I wouldn't say your mods are the worst. They're not bad, really. It's just a mixed bag, and then I think you should reprioritize them. But that's it. You could do better on Datacrons too, to be honest. A little better. A little luster lacking for where you are. Where you are in the game. Kyber 2, yeah. So you're honestly like right around, you're a little under me, because I'm like 3. You're not even in the Kyber 2 range. This is Kyber 3. So the second you play your match, even if you win, more than likely you're gonna drop into Kyber 3. But either way, maybe I'll be right there in Kyber 3 with you. But you're in Kyber 3 pretty much right now. Nasty balls. So I'll say this. You're welcome to submit in Discord. So if you never request, then you could never get selected. So it takes a few minutes to put your ally code in there and request a roster review. So is it worth putting your ally code in? I don't know, it's up to you. Is it worth a few minutes of your time to possibly get a roster review? Maybe, maybe not. So yeah. All right, but hopefully you're climbing in fleets too. So I would say if you're only getting like top 20 in fleets, then you should be using a combination between your Chimera and Profundity to climb. And even if you can use your Profundity with the Mark 6 Interceptor starting, and you can easily climb on Leviathans. So even without Quadme, getting those 2 to R9 would be good. So their assault battle alone is worth it. And Padawan Obi-Wan is so crazy strong. So ridiculously crazy strong. I would get his mods right because he likes an offense set. But Padawan Obi-Wan is absolutely cracked. Hey Tyler, so in my Discord is how you get added. So you join my Discord. It's in the description or in the box below. If you look just down there, and I'm not talking about my junk, but on your screen, if you look down, there's the little description thing. So you can join my Discord there, or I can hit Discord. There you go. So there's my Discord. And then I'll get you added to the list. So you just request here under Captain's Roster Reviews, and that's how you get added. So the free way. But that's what I got for you, Maglor C. Wolf has everything. Wolf has everything. Pretty sure. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he even has usually, right, Wolf, you usually get the characters. So I imagine he probably even has the Night Sisters like Morgan and Great Mothers. So he usually gets the shards. So yeah. So the only characters that are in this list right here that Wolf doesn't have is Ezra Bridger Exile, more than likely. But he's like endgame. You can ask him what you think of the of his stuff. So I also do have this one in here, this video. I gotta update these, but I don't remember developing a farming path. Yeah. So this one is like how to optimize your farms to speed them up, and that's why I have it here. So this is the video where I talk about like developing the farm as like an onion. So yeah. Hey, thanks for following, Tyler. So yeah, I personally don't care about Bodhi, Rook, or Young Han Solo. I don't. Not at all. Thanks for following, HapCIU. Yeah. I am farming my Vandor Chewbacca, maybe someday. He's almost 7 stars, so when I get Vandor up and running, then because Young Han Solo is good, like that's a good character. He ramps not super well, but he ramps. I don't know how much effort I would put into a Young Han Solo, but Young Han Solo is not bad. Where do you download it on PC? The EA app. So you can just Google PC client Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, or like EA app Galaxy of Heroes or something like that, and that's the PC client for Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Is Lord Vader still deserving of the Lord Failure title? I never thought he was deserving of the Lord Failure title. I think Lord Vader's good. I think he's an underrated GL. I think he's good. So most times he's really flexible with the amount of characters that he can go with. His datacrons, there's usually a datacron that he can use, but he's just very expensive. So no, I wouldn't say he's Lord Failure. He's just very expensive to farm, but I think he's worth farming. His farm's good. It comes with gas. It comes with Bad Batch, which is like the Marauder. So is it a farm worth farming? Yeah. I'll probably farm Lord Vader before I farm C, unless C comes in a Lightspeed bundle. So I think it's good. Most disappointing? I don't think so. I don't think he's the most disappointing. He can do a lot of good things. So I don't know. But no, I would just say that he's very expensive for what he's gonna give you, because like Leia's kind of expensive, JMK is kind of expensive, Jabba's kind of expensive, but they're all really good. They all have really good results. Same thing like GL Ahsoka is gonna be crazy expensive, but she's probably gonna be a banger. So she'll be same thing as Leviathan. Like Leviathan is crazy expensive, but the payout for Leviathan is worth it. So no one says like, oh, Leviathan's a failure, because it's a really good ship. Like it's the top of the meta for a reason. So I think it's worth it to have Lord Vader. I just think it's difficult to do it, to like prioritize it. Did I get a follow recently from Lacrosse? No, maybe. I don't see a request in here. Nasty Balls submitted for a roster review. He got some Nasty Balls. Lacrosse. Lacrosse sounds familiar. But no, I don't see anything here from a Lacrosse Wolf. You know what? Actually, Lacrosse. I did review an account that was like that, Wolf. Here, let me see. Let me give you guys a little sneak peek. Let's go to my videos. Here. What's this guy's name? Hey everyone, Captain Amazing. Hey everyone, it's me, Captain Amazing. Maybe this guy. Maybe this guy. So, Mole Aliza. It was on. This was Rush LC. So I don't know if that's Lacrosse, Wolf, but I recently got a request from Rush LC, and this guy had a very small account that is similar to what you said. He requested it 10 days ago. So I don't know when you told him, but 10 days ago this guy requested a, so maybe, but he just said pretty new to the game. That's the only thing he said, but this account reminded me of what you said. He just happened to fall on the wheel, but if you can see, he's like 500k GP, and he has the cam Lightspeed bundle. So maybe this is him. Maybe this is Lacrosse. Yeah, it's pretty funny because he just landed on the wheel. Oh, so it is you, Lacrosse King. So your review is gonna be released. When is that? So today I'm releasing when to start farming Executor and Profundity. So I'm gonna release that in like within the hour. But Lacrosse, you did get a roster review, and it's gonna be released tomorrow. So in like 24 hours, you can see your roster review. So just tune in there. But you did land on the wheel. I'm thinking about, I do go over a lot for him, Wolf, because I start like cracking up because I'm like, I was like, this is really, really early. Yeah, I'm doing roster reviews today, Red. But I was like, this is super, super early game. I am thinking about doing a new player farming guide. All my amazing guides still are pertinent. So, Rush LC, I do recommend, and I do go through in my roster review, pretty much show him what he has to do, where he should farm the stuff that I tell him to farm. But pretty much right here in my number 1, building like mod guides, my hierarchy of needs, which is just like theory, and then developing a farming pathway, and then the amazing guides. So I would say if you're looking at how to farm, so how to spend your currencies, of how I gear 1 all the way to like relic 9, it's in the amazing guides, how to do that efficiently and sustainably. Otherwise, like mod stuff, it's going to be here in my mod guides. And then how to develop a farming path is pretty important. My hierarchy of needs, you can take it or you can leave it, but it's just my farming philosophy, or my philosophy on building an account. I don't know how useful that is to a player, but it's just what I use when I decide, like when I do roster reviews or when I'm talking about what I will farm. But your roster review will explain a lot of what you need to do as a new player, because I honestly don't even look at your account all that much. I'm just like going in and showing you different things that you need to do to start playing the game. So in 24 hours you'll get it. But that is pretty funny, because I was like, actually I do remember, I didn't remember your name because you're Rush LC, not Lacrosse, but I was like, this guy has a what do you call it, the 500k account with only cam in it. I was like, Hey, that's an account that I just reviewed. It's pretty funny though, because you only have like a, I don't know, a 1 in 80 chance or something, 1 in 80 some. Maybe, I don't know how many people are in there, 1 in 100 chance of getting a review, and you got yours pretty quick, so congratulations. You only have to wait 1 day. But yeah, but tomorrow you'll get your review. Sorry, I usually stagger my videos, so it's like if I do commit to doing 2 roster review videos a week, as far as like a independent just for a viewer on the wheel, and those I stagger them, so I'll do like a video or guide or something, and then I'll do a roster review, and then I'll do a video or a guide, and then a roster review. So today I'm doing a like a guide type of video, like when you should farm, and then tomorrow I'll release a review, which is your review right now. So yeah, but congratulations, you got your roster review. Soon. That's a lot faster than some people have to wait a few months, so pretty good. All right, so I have some time, a little bit of time. I guess I'll do one more spin on the wheel. One more wheel spin, but that's really funny, Wolf, that you that you mentioned him. So I was like, hey, I just reviewed an account like that. Yeah, but I am going to, the thing why I haven't made a like new player farming guide, like completely new player farming guide. One, the first time I was gonna do it, I made a plan, and I was like, man, that's like Arnold's plan, but it was too similar, where I was like, I don't want to do it. But now I'm going to make a new player farming guide, and I'm just going to do it long enough that I can fully flesh out like this is what you should do. I don't know how long it's going to take, but I want to do it around the New Year's, but I think it's going to take too long. So I think I'm going to do it soon. Maybe if I have time this weekend or next weekend, within the month, I want to do my new player farming guide, and then I'm going to make a new account and start farming that farming guide is what I'm going to do. So pretty soon I'm going to do that. So I have been looking at just like other avenues of series that I've been wanting to do, other than just like my normal roster reviews, GACs, and random guides I do. Because pretty soon I'm going to be done with assault battles, and like I have been doing my between 2 reviews, which last time I asked you, Wolf, if you wanted to do. I don't know if you heard me, but I'll be in your DMs soon if you wanted to sit down, and I don't know when your schedule is, but I would like to do a between 2 reviews with you if you have some time. I don't know when, but sometime. So Pluto, cool. Yeah, I'll message you whenever I have time. I don't know when you're usually free, but it's usually like Saturdays and Sundays. This weekend I'm doing a new series where I work on mods. So I'm doing it's a mod workshop where I'm going to sit down with someone and work on their mods with them. But maybe next weekend or something if you're free. But yeah, I'll let you know. I'll shoot you a DM. So Pluto, I do have time for a review right now. So if you donated right now, I would be able to knock out your review. Otherwise, if you donated after I started, because I only have time to do like 1 more review. So if you donated after that, then I could probably do it. I don't know, usually it's pretty quick. So if someone donates, I usually record it and release it within 48 hours at the most, unless I'm really busy, like a work thing. But my schedule right now isn't crazy. So yeah. You're not even subscribed right now, Baroness. So yeah, but yeah, I'll let you know. Yeah, but pretty much whenever you want to, Pluto, you're more than welcome to. But yeah. But I am excited for my mod workshop. I'm not going to do it live until after I do a few of them and record them. So we can see, hey, Loop Flash. Okay, Pluto, I'll go ahead and wait a second if you want to do that. So otherwise, just because I have one time, not a lot of time. Hey, how are you doing? But I'm pretty excited. I do want to do, I'm doing great. How are you doing? So I have been wanting to do more series than just GAC. Like, as much as I love GAC, it's such an annoying, thanks Pluto. So I'll get you right now. Or let me write this. So it's such an annoying game mode, and I think it's only getting worse and worse and worse. So right now those new Datacrons are definitely like play to win. I don't think I really have an issue with those, but I've been thinking about it, and the more I play, the harder my opponents get, the more frustrated GAC becomes. So I do love doing GAC in Grand Arena, and I'll continue to stream it, but I would like to focus on like other things as well. Like one day I'll like to make a podcast. I would like to continue my mod workshop. I want to do more things where I interact with you guys one-on-one and be able to like record it, because I really do like those interactions. Pluto, did you want to get on Discord while we do your review, or did you just want me to just knock out your review? But as you can see, like, I just get really tired of fighting these accounts that like have all their GLs, all their GL ships. It's just a slog, guys, like absolutely a slog. I just don't have the account depth, and I don't know how long it's going to take me to get the account depth where I could really compete against these. Maybe in a year I can catch up to kind of like end game-ish stuff, but it's absolutely a slog. So I do want to focus more on non-Grand Arena things, and then just kind of continue doing Grand Arena, but just not as my main focus, just because I get really tired. Yeah, no problem, Pluto. I always give, if someone's in chat, I always give them the offer, but no requirement whatsoever. So what's your current farm? Like, what are you up to? So it looks like you're farming Executor as your first farm right now. So very early in the game. Rez Luke Rauf. I've never seen this. What is this title for? Rez Luke Rauf. I don't know what that's from. Anyone know what this title's from? But you're with the Shard Shark Jedis, 2.2 million GP, 1.2 in characters, 900 in ships. I am gonna look at your guild just because you're Executor done. So you finished Executor, nice. So not a lot of time played. Here. 970, wow, that's pretty good. Yeah, I would say less than 3 months. That's the Executor title, nice. If you can tell, I do not pay attention to titles whatsoever. But good job getting the Executor up and running. Where is it at? Oh, you need one more star on Xanadu Blood. Here. I'm gonna look at your guild. I want to see. The Shard Shark Jedis. 200 million. That's pretty good. That's really good actually for where you are. Getting it on Sunday. Nice. Congratulations. Straight to 7 stars. It's 20. You need more crystals than that, Pluto. It's like 28k crystals to take it to 7 stars, because the you're not able to do the event, the bonus event, a few times. You actually have to just buy the packs after a while, and they're a little more expensive. So it's like 28k ish crystals to take it straight to 7 stars right away. I will say that you do need to finish your Xanadu Blood, take that to 7 stars. There's no reason why this should be 6 stars. Try to max out the abilities too. Like, these are important. All the abilities, even the basic on this. Like, you want with your GL fleets, you want all these maxed. Even this reinforcement, you use this as a reinforcement. I understand you haven't been playing that long. The reinforcement on the Razor Crest isn't important. You want these maxed, so try to get these abilities maxed as soon as you can. Slave 1 isn't a priority, so your priority probably is like Houndstooth, Razor Crest, Xanadu Blood, and then IG 2000, then Slave 1. But your guild is good. Well, I wouldn't save credits that way. I would get Xanadu Blood to 7 stars. Your raids. So you're getting battle for Naboo. So you're doing well, honestly. Yeah, I'm just saying I would get Xanadu Blood to 7 stars. So, yeah. Okay, so you're in a good guild for where you are, so I'm happy to see that. With you being or playing for so little, good job on that. All right, some Lightspeed bundles. You got the crap Jedi. So I will say, hopefully in November, the Lightspeed bundles will come back for Executor and are not for Kylo Ren and Rey. So hopefully you can get SOKR and Rey soon-ish. I wouldn't specifically farm your requirements for like for First Order. So I wouldn't work on these any more than what you have, because there's a Lightspeed bundle and those have came back pretty consistently. So I would farm around the First Order and Resistance, which you can totally skip First Order and Resistance for a very long time. So you don't have to specifically farm them. I think it's really good that you went for Executor. Next, I think you need to go for Imperial Troopers. So you're gonna Colonel Stark, General Veers, Range Trooper, Gear 12, Relic 5, Dark Trooper. While you're working on those, I would finish off a Padawan Obi-Wan, Master Qui-Gon. You can take them to R7. Next, you'll want to go for CLS Rebels. So that's a really good farm, because if you go Executor into some assault battles, which you want Imperial Troopers and Jedi Bros, CLS Rebels, Jedi Knight Luke, Jabba, that is the most efficient pathway for getting the most income that you can get. You won't have to worry about Lightspeed bundles. The annoying part for the CLS Rebels is you are gonna have to farm Ewoks, which aren't fun. But you can do them pretty low gear as long as you start right now and you start farming Nisa, and you don't have him either. But if you farm Nisa and Wicket, so they're both hard notes. But if you farm those two, the event's pretty easy. And you can do them at very low gear, and that's what I would recommend. So farm Nisa, farm Wicket, get the others. I would probably go, let's look at these. I would go Chief Chirpa, Ewok Elder, Paplu, Wicket, and Nisa. And then you can get C3PO pretty easy with that. You go into Jedi Knight Luke, and then you go into Jabba. Once the Lightspeed bundles for SOKR and Rey come in, go all in on that. If any other Lightspeed bundles come out, then just buy those and go in on that too. Okay, so that's good. So you can go Duel of Fates and then start farming the shards for those other things, Pluto. So start farming for Imperial Troopers, start farming for CLS and his team. So you have CLS already. You should have Chewbacca. You're going to need Chewpio and then C3PO. So start working on those Ewoks, and then start working just as a side farm, and then start side farming for Chewpio as well. And then you can start putting some effort into Jedi Knight Luke. The good thing is you bought the bundle pretty much for Wampa, so you can go for those. R2D2, I don't give an F about R2D2. So yeah, so that's what you need for. That's what you need for that. So that's what I would recommend. R9? No, Pluto. No. I think they're worth R9? Yes, 100%. Do I think someone in your position should place 2 R9s? I would say probably not. Like it's up to you. Like 100% up to you. And how you're going to do it. If you're spending money on crystals to do that, then yeah, you can do it. It's up to you if you're willing to like drop cash. But if you're looking at like efficiency of the game, 2 R9s at like 2 million GP is very, very expensive. And you like, while you do get a return of investment over it, it's a very long time. So I would say R7 is the sweet spot for you. So just R7 them. They're worth it at R7. Once you have them at R7, you can continue your farming pathway of getting the other assault battles done. But that's what I would say. Go for finish your Jedi Bros, unlock Executor, 7-star your Xanadu Blood, then go for the Imperial Troopers, CLS Rebels, Jedi Knight Luke, into Jabba. And my farming guides here. So if you look at my playlist, when I say those farms, I want you to take them to the level that you need for assault battles. My amazing guides, the ones that I told you to farm, those have that has an assault battle guide in there too. So the amazing guide to assault battles, that covers all the teams that you need and what gear levels they should be for those assault battles. Also, I just have a playlist for assault battles of actually like running through. So that's what I would say. So that's what I was saying, Baroness, where if he was spending money on crystals, then it's fine if he does that. But if it's someone who's just using in-game currency to get 2 R9s, then it's not good for his GP level. So that's why I said if he wanted to spend money on it, he can. But if he's not spending money and he's just playing the game and only buying Lightspeed bundles, then I think 2 R9s at 2 million GP is just like really too much. Yeah, but yeah, this is going to be one of those like, as long as you farm, focus your assault battles, go for Jabba, then follow that pathway, then this account is going to do really well. Capitalize on Lightspeed bundles. Yeah. It's for the Jedi Bros, Baroness. Yeah. That's why I was saying if they're willing to spend money on crystals and they just want to like just do it, and they're just kind of like light spenders, and they wanted to spend the crystals on it but through money, then yeah, like go ahead, do whatever you want. But if you're using in-game currencies at 2 million GP, the Jedi Bros, I think R7 is perfectly fine. You don't have to R9 them. Like I'm gonna R9 them, but I have the material just sitting there. It's not a big deal for me. But at 2 million GP, you don't have enough in your account. Like 2 R9s is huge. That could be the Leviathan. Of course, there's a bunch of other stuff, but like that could be the Profundity. That could be a lot more. That could be a good portion of your GLs. So that's a lot of signal data. It's a lot of material you don't have. You're gonna have to spend crystals to get the R8 and R9 material because you're not getting any. So yeah, R7 is fine. You get a good return from them, and then start working on other things. Hey, Kebab Bap, thank you for the raid. I do appreciate it. Kebab Bap. How are you doing? Hey, Eva Walks. Kebab Bap. You are Russian? Looks like a variety streamer. You stream Jedi Knight, Jedi Academy, Team Tactics, Stalker. Do you also stream Ukrainian? Okay, sorry, I can't read Eastern European language, so no offense, I just can't tell the difference of the it all looks kind of similar to me. So yeah. Cavovar? Oh, nice. How you guys doing? How was your stream? What were you streaming? Yeah, I honestly don't even know what the alphabet is called. I'll take your word for it. Yes, that alphabet. I am not well versed in Eastern Europe. I don't spend a lot of time there. I spend a lot of time in Asia. Not Europe. Definitely not Eastern Europe. Nice. Latix. Thanks for the first time chat. Fake news are here. I would not recommend the Padawan Obi-Wan Conquest Omicron. I would not recommend it. Most Omicrons for new players should go towards Grand Arena. So like Wampa, Qui-Gon Jinn. You should side farm. You should side farm your Savage Opress, your Darth Nihilus, and your Traya. And then your next Omicrons should be Savage and Traya is the next two Omicrons. While the Omicron on Padawan Obi-Wan, while it's good for what it is, it's a luxury, and it's I don't think it's worth it personally. Like if you absolutely want to, you can, but I wouldn't recommend it. I do know those who get it like it, but he performs really well without it too. Like even I don't have the Omicron, and he just like one-shots the enemy team. So just raw, just power, just can one-shot the team. So it's not like he needs it. It's more for like cheesing feats. But the more you play or the more stuff you get, the less fleets, or the less he can cheese, or the less you'll need him. And then the enemy team dies really fast anyways. So I don't know. I personally don't think it's necessary. I think people who get it say they like it, but they haven't tried them without it, and he pretty much just destroys Conquest anyways. So I don't know. I personally wouldn't recommend it. I would say I would rather you have Treya Omicron. I would rather you have Savage Oppresses Omicron and have that team up and running too, rather than going for something like Padawan Obi-Wan. And like as you build more in your account, Conquest gets like easier and easier, and I don't think he's gonna like move the needle any. So I wouldn't recommend it, is what I'll say. Oh man. Why you always gotta be... I can't read that stuff, but you can never just be... What do you call it? Chill. You can't just be chill. You always gotta stir the pot, Baroness. You always gotta stir the pot. I don't know the dude, but I don't feel the need to call someone a piece of shit. So let's be chill, Baroness. Here, I'm just gonna time out your stuff. Here, I'm gonna warn you. You've been warned. Don't stir the pot. I don't think so. He said he's a LGBTQ activist. So I don't think he's saying that. Either way, not really the platform to really be addressing that stuff, I would say. Yeah, so I don't think he would say that if he's an activist for that. So yeah, but generally, just not the if something's not copacetic, I would not allow it. But I don't think you should, on the other hand, use this platform to kind of like generate drama, if that makes sense. Because the dude came in here, was very nice. People said he's an activist for them. No reason for you to be calling anyone a piece of shit. You know what I mean? It's not that's not very cool of you. Not very cool. So something to think about. Something to think about. Yeah, but either way, how's my TW going? I don't know, and I can't check it, so because my guild won't allow me to. I'm in discussions. I'm into discussions with them, and by discussions I mean I asked them if I could stream it, and they said they'll get back to me. How are we doing? I don't know. Seem to be doing okay. My guild, just like my GAC, not going great. Well, I will say this, Baroness. I'm gonna say you probably just Googled his name for whatever reason, and then you saw one tweet, and then you kind of like attacked him. So I don't know if you like personally know his name, but I would find it like very odd if you just happen to know someone else with a similar name if you didn't like go and try to find it. So I would just say that wasn't very cool of you, Baroness, because you could have easily phrased that a different way. Like, is this the same guy or is this you? Before you start like name calling. So because if someone's like, hey, I'm an activist for this, generally they're not going to be like bashing that. So I would say not the best. So I feel like you're just here. I'm gonna time you out for like a minute. I feel like you're ramping up, Baroness. I'm just gonna time you up for 10 minutes, just for you to take a breather, just chill out, because I feel like you're going to, I don't know, start ramping up. So I'll say in the future, there's ways to address things so that you aren't so aggressively towards them, and I understand why you would feel that way, but I'll say that completely unnecessary to throw accusations of someone if you don't even know if that's them. If you knew for a fact that someone was like, hey, this is me, and you're like, well, that's not really what you're saying or what you're doing, and you know that for a fact, then you can address that in a respectful manner if you feel the need. But there's definitely no reason to like just like name call and then try to justify it with your other actions. Just like sometimes you just like, hey, I made a mistake, sorry, and that's all it takes. There's no reason to be like, well, I didn't specifically say it, I said around it. Like, I didn't call them a piece of shit. I kind of hinted that if this is them, then they are one. But I feel like that language wasn't needed at that time. Not really necessary. So now, did you at me in yeah. So yeah, either way, just a little courtesy, just a little nice talk. That's it. No reason to yeah, it's okay, Wolf. Sometimes it be that way. You don't listen to Star Wars Galaxy Heroes content as you take a shower? I do. Sometimes I listen to your guys's your podcasts, the Scribe Talks on Mondays. Well, because it's playing right when I wake up. So it's on my Mondays. I usually take a shower and I'm listening to your Scribe Talks. But usually I do listen to content like YouTube or something while I take a shower. I guess you're probably the type of guy that you would listen to music, I imagine. You seem like a music in the shower kind of guy. Maybe you use it as a time to reflect. I don't know. I find shower reflections aren't really the best. I like to reflect when I'm like running or in the gym or something. I find that's the best time for reflection. Who listens to Smith when you're in the shower? Yeah, my ear holes are dry. Well, you don't bring your, well, actually my phone is waterproof, so you can listen to it waterproof, but I don't specifically listen to water, or I don't bring the phone with me in the shower. You can just like have a speaker and then you can listen to it while in the shower. I don't know. I feel like this is that's pretty much common sense there, right? Like if anyone's like, oh, I was listening to you in the shower, the understanding is the sounds can enter into the shower without it. Hey, Aldi, how are you doing? What's going on in the world of Aldi? I would love. We should do a petition, right? Let's get a petition going asking for a Bay Lightspeed bundle. I would drop 50 bones on a Bay Lightspeed bundle. What did you do, Aldi? What's going on? Man, you've been too emotional recently? Why is that? Man, Dr. Wiley, you like to ruminate? I try not to ruminate while I'm in the shower. That's why I listen to stuff. Rumination is the devil. So, man. Plus, I get to work and I drink my coffee, I relax, I take some time. I don't really, yeah, so Baron SF, I saw your Discord, so I read it really quick, but I'll type to you in a second. I will not say that, Eli, because I don't know what that means. Oh, you're taking a streaming break? Oh, that's unfortunate. So, it's good to take a break. Are you gonna take a another? Are you gonna stay in? Cause you're just south of what's that country that you're in right now? Just near, it's east of Australia, right? East of it? I think so. Are you taking a vacation soon? New Zealand, yeah. There you go, New Zealand. I found out today that I think it's in the Australian, what is it called? 1 second, let me open up Twitch. So in the Australian Constitution, that New Zealand is open to join as the 7th state of Australia. Something like that. Around that realm. Yeah, so I found out it's a possibility. It is really close. You don't like Australia? I've never been. I wanna go to Australia, but I wanna stay on the outer rim of Australia, because the center of Australia seems like a really bummer place. Like I feel like if my car died, I would just die there. But the outer rim of Australia seems really nice. Uluru? That doesn't sound like something that's real. Uluru. Uluru. Really? I want to go there soon. I am pretty close. Any Zetas that you need to apply? So I'll say this, you can skip out on Lord Vader. He doesn't need a Zeta. I would fix your mods here as far as like, he doesn't, like a crit damage set is fine, but if you have that, you don't want the offense set, but you can just give him an offense set and take off the crit damage. Like this is, I'll say this is one of the worst mods I've ever seen in my life. It's not, is it the worst? No, but it's up there. This is one of the worst mod sets combinations that you can farm. This is, if I was walking in the street and this mod was stuck on the bottom of my shoe, I would have to scrape my shoe on the sidewalk to get this mod off my shoe. If you're picking up what I'm laying down there, like it's not just the fact that it has 6 speed, which means you 6-dot a mod that have 5 speed. It's the fact that you have a crit damage triangle with an offense set. There will never be a single character that will ever want a crit damage set with an offense primary. I'm telling you, the combination of stats that you would want a crit damage set with a offense primary set is 0. Like, there is literally no chance anything that you would ever want this combination of mods to be together, is what I'm saying. Like, never. It just would. There's no character in the game that would ever want this triangle over an actual like crit damage triangle with crit with a crit damage primary. Like, that is the only, like, if you have a crit damage triangle or set, you need a crit damage primary. Like, there's no character in the game that would want this. So yeah, New Zealand it gave the right to vote for women first. That's good. When did that happen? 1800s? 1900s? I don't know when. Probably 1900s, right? James Earl Jones? Yeah, James Earl Jones is awesome. 2020. Aldi. Come on. 1893? Cool. But yeah, but this mod, you'll put it on a pilot. But either way, I would change these out. Like, these are decent mods. The other ones, like this circle, this diamond, this is fine. So you can change these out. This will go on a pilot. Just give them like an offense set, because this is good. This is good. You'll just want a crit damage triangle here is really important. And then you can like fix these. So fix these 4 and then get those up and running. As far as zetas though, I don't see anything here that like needs a zeta. Like, Ki Adi Mundi is a good zeta, but it's not like a necessary zeta for you to have in your account right now, because you don't really have a good Jedi to go there. But if you wanted to, you could take up, if you get some time, Jedi Knight Anakin, and then his zeta would be really important. So the one zeta I would think about applying right now would just be this Ki Adi Mundi zeta. But it's not like a mandatory one. I would say, like, you don't need Furious Foe on Wampa. You don't want to apply that. You don't want Dengars. You don't want Rolos. You don't need Cholos. I don't know if these guys even have zetas, but you don't want those. I don't know if these guys have zetas. Bam's zetas are pretty good. So if you want to, you can put zetas on Bam. Not necessary though. At where you are, you can just like increase his relics to get the speeds right. But if you had 3 zetas, like, you could put 2 on Mando, 1 on Ki Adi Mundi, and they would not be wasted. Grandmaster Yoda's zeta is pretty useful. CLS's zeta, if you had him up and running, is useful. Captain Rex's can be useful. Grief, Chewbacca's. So it depends on what you're working with. You can save your zeta. Like, you don't need any more. Let's see, look at your Imperial Troopers. So I would put the zeta on General Veers. Even with just Admiral Piet, General Veers, and this like crap low gear stuff, you can get pretty good use out of them. Grand Master Yoda's leader zeta? No, not his leader. So I said Grand Master Yoda's zeta is pretty good. His battle meditation is good, not his lead. So if I said lead, it was battle meditation is what his zeta is good, not the lead. But this one's good. Yeah, but like, That's good. Kiadi Mundi is good. Padawan Obi-Wan's, Master Qui-Gon's, you can wait until you have Quadme, which will be a very long time. But you can just take them to Relic 7. You can put them with the Qui-Gon team. They'll be very effective for a long time. But as far as Zetas, nothing that needs to be placed right now. You can wait if you want to until you have like more. But and Zetas are really rare, so I would focus on like not luxury Zetas. Like luxury Zetas are a thing of the past, especially with like Lightspeed bundles and stuff. You're gonna need Zetas. But I would say wait at least until your characters are gear 12 before you put a Zeta on them, unless it's for a reason. Like a Zori, you can put a Zeta on. A Watt, you can put a Zeta on. Some Night Sisters, you can put some Zetas on. Chief Chirpa, if you're trying to do the Ewok, you're trying to do C3PO unlock, you can put a Zeta on. But if you want to, I would just wait on that. Yeah, so I don't know what you're talking about, John Smith. But true damage is based off offense, if that's what you're asking. Just raw offense. But yeah, that's what I would recommend. Just farm Aphra and all your problems are solved. I can't agree with that on a moral standpoint. I just can't. I cannot endorse that. No, I do not plan on doing Gidme. So I would say this, like my Imperial Troopers are really slow. So I will use Padme as a really crappy 3s team, and that's it. Like, but my Moff Gideon, for one, he's not fast enough, so he's only 256. So it's not really worth it for me. Plus all my Zetas need to go to Leia. So my Leia farm is really I'll finish it soon. So all my 256, well, my Gideon's only gear 9. He's only gear 9. What do you want? I can't even put 6-dot mods on him. Like I can't give him good mods. He's just there. Yeah. When will I get Bay? Well, what is it? 2024 right now. So 2025, maybe 2026. I feel like 2026 is year of the Bay, if I had to guess. I think that's when I'll have the time, the bandwidth. 2026 is definitely the year. It's definitely the year I can get Bay. So I should have all the GLs by then. Jedi Knight Cal Kestis, Jar Jar Binks, Bo-Katan Mandalore. I should have Ezra Bridger, Luthen, and by the time I have all that, I should have Dr. Aphra. So 2026, I think, is the year of the Bay. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to gear Omega. But if I had to guess, 2026. I do, like, if they have a Lightspeed bundle for Bay, I would snap that up in a second. I do wish I had her, not for Bay herself, but for this Sana Staros. Like, right now, Sana Staros is a hot commodity. Like, Sana Staros with Rolo right now, really good. So if I could have Sana Staros, that would be really good. I don't even think you need a Zeta for that. Yeah, you don't even need a Zeta for this Sonostaros cheese. So yeah, so Sonostaros with Rolo right now, really good. So you can just like roll people. It doesn't even require like a specific datacron or anything. They just the way that the mechanics work, you can auto GLs. So I would say having Sonostaros, if you have Bay right now, and if you have Bay, chances are you have Rolo, then you can, and the CLS team, then your Sonostaros Rolo team can be really tough Leias. So that cheese in itself is worth farming Bay, but I think they're gonna fix it. Mission Zalbar? I don't know. I think we need to see what the mechanics of the mercenaries are and what kind of bonuses they give out. I think it'll be pretty quick where we find out what's the best. I don't know. I don't know what it'll be. I don't even remember looking at it. I would be surprised if it was Mission Zalbar. I would like Sonostaros to have a team. I don't think she specifically will be good with them. Some staggers. I don't see any callouts. Non-schedule allies. Yeah, I don't know. But we have to see. We have to see. I would like her to have a home that wasn't cheese. So we'll see. We'll see. All right, what time is it? 9:12. Okay. So I am going to call it there. So let's see if anyone I can raid anyone. But thanks everyone for hanging out with me today. It was a lot of fun. Got a lot done. Let's see if I have anyone to raid. Sometimes there's people here that are doing things. The wheel. I can't Aldi, because the wheel, if I spin the wheel, then I have to follow what the wheel, you know, I'm just a slave to the wheel, just like everyone else. And if I do that, then I'll have to review someone, and I don't have the time right now to review someone. So next time we'll do the wheel. What? No, next time I got Grand Arena. All right, so we have 2 people. I don't know what this guy's talking about, but Genzo Games. I like this guy. Tags Magyar. Does anyone know what Magyar means? I don't know, but this guy speaks English, so for sure. So let's go ahead and raid him. Let's go here. Let's see. Test live. Let's do this guy. Start that raid. All right, YouTube. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I got a new video out. Watch it. I'll see you next time.